actually got a heavy plastic jacket, which we're going to embroider. So the first thing we're actually going to check is normally it has internal pockets. So we're going to actually check where the internal pocket is, and we're actually going to put like a mark on where it is, so we know that we're not going to sort of stitch it down or drive over the Velcros that the pocket might have. So now we actually know where that internal pocket is finishing. So now we're actually going to grab a magnetic hoop, and we're going to place that into the jacket. And remembering how we actually are framing one jacket, we must remember that we have to frame whatever size machine we have. We have to frame everyone exactly the same. So whatever lines we're going to follow on the hoop, we're going to do for the rest of the order as well. So now we're going to place the backing in, because we want to put the backing in because we definitely don't want the pocket to catch on the machine as well when we're sewing. And now we'll place the other frame on top, and we can. And so as you can see, Belinda has placed that there, and that on the corner of my tape, and so all her other jackets that she would be framing then will represent that same look as well. Heavy jacket. Okay, so this jacket here has a reflective tape running down. Okay, see, so we need to make sure that our embroidery is on this side of the reflective tape, not on it, or it needs to be on that side. So we're going to do it exactly the same way as what we did the other jacket. So we're also going to look for the internal pocket, and we're going to also put a line there so we know where that internal pocket is, so we don't close it up. Okay, so now when we're going to framing it, we will still use naturally the magnetic for the nice and easy, and they'll hold the garment nicely. But we need to make sure that none of the other garments will end up having the embroidery on the tape neither. So now we're going to work out the best way of doing, so that we can make sure that they're all consistent on the machine as well. So now when we get the top part of the hoop, we're actually going to line up these dots here with our line, and these screws here with our tape. And then we can, if we do that for all of them, then they're all going to be nice and consistent. And as you can see, Belinda's done amazing with that, putting that in. And as you can see, Belinda was able to move that even once it was clamped in. That we prepared earlier, okay, and so as you can see, the jacket that Belinda had done, this is what the embroidery should look like. So the embroidery is there beside the tape, which is the correct way. And then we've actually got a jacket that has been done as well, but this jacket here is now on the tape, so that is actually wrong. So reflective tape, we should never embroider on reflective tape. We should never break the traffic. It's like breaking the thing going down the garment. So the embroidery always needs to be beside the reflective tape.